forward on this computer.
Yeah, man. So look, we are here. 94 feet of life, best backcourts. We going with the top 5 in the league right now. We got 5 on the show tonight. Perfect. Trav in the building. Ham is in the building. We got double coach action. Coach MJ is here. Coach Les is here. And hold on, let me think about this. We from 5 different states. Indiana, we got Illinois here, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, Florida. The numerology is crazy with the number 5 right now tonight, fellas. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I hope everyone did their homework. We are gonna try to come up with the 5 best backcourts in the NBA. Now, as my man Les and the Bishop Don Juan would say, the criteria. We are looking at the current season, the first 11 to 13 games. We're gonna look a little bit at a recent history, and we're gonna project what this backcourt could look like in a couple years. So you do want to give some to the future. So before we get to that, fellas, I just want to go around the horn. Trav, you got your homework in front of you. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I got it. So if y'all ready for it, I mean, just let me know and I'll put it out there.
All right. Ham, how's it going, man?
Trash. It's Bubba Dub was saying. Trash. Look here, man. Y'all see the caption on the name, man. That's really why I've been there with this thing all afternoon. Today is Tuesday. I can feel one way Tuesday. I can feel completely different 12 hours from now. At 8:34 Eastern Standard Time, it will be AM at that point at 12. It could be something totally different. But that's the beautiful part about what we talk about tonight, because it's like we ain't really got no holes in this thing. So it's gonna be a whole lot of bigging up, whole lot of props given.
Yeah, I think, I'll go right over to Coach Les. I think the quality of guard play in the league right now is as good as it's been. We probably got to go back to maybe the 90s, early
90s.
Yeah, it is as good, and it's a bunch of young guys too. That's even the beautiful part about the league is in good hands.
Yeah,
Coach has taken time out from his busy schedules. His new season just started, but we had to have him on. He is a connoisseur of guard play and all things in the backcourt. Les, do you have your homework done, brother, or do you just? But knowing you probably just got yours off the top of the dome, just able to spit that. So I'm not even worried about you.
You know what? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. This is, and I'm gonna say this: guards win games, goons win games, and when your guards are goons, you're gonna win a lot of games.
Fair enough to me.
I think he's giving us a preview of what his list look like. MJ.
Yeah. All right. So I'm the college student that partied out all night, knowing finals was tomorrow, and still showed up. Hopefully I get a good grade. But, I'm on a free ride anyway. So as long as I get a 2.0, I'm cool.
All right.
Everybody, you gotta make sure you got that percentage towards graduation too.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the qualifying credits. I got to qualify. Yes, sir.
You 3-year guy, you better have 60%.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right, fellas. So let's do it like this. Everybody pull out your scratch paper, your homework. Now, here's what I think is the best way to do this. Around the room, is there anybody you wrote on your list that you just want to acknowledge, but you don't think is best 5? Let's kind of start there.
Oh. Hey, everybody got that.
All right, so rapid fire, Ham, give me 2 that you like. I don't think this is best 5, but I just want to give them some love because this is a good way to kind of eliminate people.
I like them young fellas down in Houston, man. They get after it. They can't buy no beer yet, but they get after it. That's Green and Porter Jr.
Okay.
Green and Porter Jr. I like those cats.
Porter and Green, honorable mention.
And the New York trio, now that Cam Reddish has been inserted into the starting lineup recently. Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, who's the son of, we've already discussed that before. So, I start with those 2 though.
All right, so did anybody else have either one of Ham's on their list?
Oh,
No.
I ain't got none of those.
Jeez, this thing is deep at this position.
My two, well, I'm gonna tell you like this, and people may not like it, but just looking at it right now, I don't like Philly backcourt. I do not like James Harden. No, and that's the one that I don't like.
So
I like Maxey.
Did anybody else have Harden and Maxey outside of the top 5?
They were in my top 10.
Top 5.
10, but 5.
They wasn't in my 5.
That's what I'm saying. Now, my honorable mention, and I just went by the potential, and that was Detroit.
So let's do this. MJ had him outside his top 5. Les had him outside the top 5. Trav outside the top 5. So we're gonna scratch Harden and Maxey now.
I had them right at 5. So
Nothing wrong with it.
All right.
Yeah, I got one that,
Mm-hmm.
they going through some things. Actually, they're going through some things. The Trailblazers, I really wanted to put there. I really did.
Me too.
I wanted to put them there.
Yeah.
Simons and Lillard, they should be in the discussion. They have every right to be in the discussion. I wanted to put them there.
Did anybody have Simons outside the top 5?
They didn't make my top
outside.
5.
Yeah, right outside.
They was definitely an honorable mention for me.
All right. We'll come back to
my list may shock you guys. So
okay, let me go to the second one, and then we're gonna go last.
My second one, they didn't start off well, and right now they got a lot of other stuff that's going on right now. But I still like it. It's going to probably get blown up real soon. I still like D'Angelo Russell with Anthony Edwards. I like it. But you got two towels.
I had my top 2.
I had them outside my top 5 as well.
I had them at 5.
Huh, okay, cool.
Coach Les, 2 that were outside of your top 5 that haven't already been named.
And I'm gonna say this, and y'all probably gonna, because my list was based on the different criteria. Y'all might not. I might shake the room. This might be a room shaker right here.
Huh.
Boston.
No.
And Memphis.
Boston and who?
Memphis.
Oh,
they didn't. So Memphis didn't make your top 5?
And I'm gonna tell nope. And you're gonna know why.
Talk
yeah.
As we get later on
okay.
I guess we can talk about it now. Okay, this is how I look at it. Ja is Ja. 12 is he that dude. I don't look at Bane as one of them ones. I just don't. I think he fit a role there, but I don't look at him as one of them ones. And when we talking about a dynamic backcourt, just like a total, because I'm looking at 2, maybe even 3. It's just top heavy, like a woman with a big chest. And Boston's not in my top 5, and I'm gonna tell you
Right.
why. Boston's not in my top 5 is because the point guard, which is Marcus Smart, we know defensively he's a beast. He's serviceable on offense. Jaylen Brown, I guess, but can we say Jay Tatum? That's a whole. Sometimes he's the 3. Sometimes Jaylen Brown's a 3. Jay Tatum's a stretch 4 at times.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not. I don't really classify Boston as a top tier backcourt because I think they have 3 really good wing players that are positionless. So I don't classify Boston, and y'all know I have an affinity for the Celtics.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all know I do. I love the Celtics. I just don't I don't think of backcourt when I think of Boston.
Just to prove your statement correct, as of right now, their starting 5 is Derek White and Marcus Smart in the backcourt. So there you go.
So okay. And I noticed that too, that Derek White was getting the start.
Right.
So if we going Smart, so Smart, Brogdon, and White as a trio.
Yeah, they got the Freebird rule to play with them.
I don't think if those are the 3, I would definitely consider scratching them.
I just, like I said, it's
criteria.
My 5. I have a reason for my 5. I have it's a method to my madness for my 5, and we'll
Now
discuss when we get there.
So yeah. I have so for me, I have Bane and Morant actually number 3.
Okay.
Because while I agree, Bane fulfills a role, but he playing the hell out of that role.
He really is. He really is. He also, and I'm with you, Big Shot. I have him as 3, and we look at Bane is what Draymond Green is to Golden State. He plays that role. He can go anywhere else, and he ain't gonna be Baines. But Baines in Memphis is Bane in Memphis, and he benefits off the role he plays right now.
Right.
Check this out.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't pick Memphis really just to piss off our group.
I'm biased as hell. I got him 1. I'm gonna tell you why I got him 1. Ja putting up 28 a night. Bane putting up 20 like 24, 5, and 6 on a squad where, just for my personal, and I mentioned this on my post last night, if y'all caught it, looking up to the heavens to Pop like Pop, we have motherfuckers that can shoot the ball around this joint now.
Yes.
And he putting up at that type of clip, and then I look at the kind of playoff that he came off last year, and he's gotten better as a player. He's not that great of a defender, but he'll compete. 6'6", got short arms for 6'6". You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth of the matter. And to round that package out, we got the best backup point guard in the league. If you want to argue against that, anytime that Ja go out for a stretch and they go 8-1, 9-1, 10-2, guess who started? Guess who produced?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm biased with it, and I'm really
You
biased.
should be.
And I'm really bad because I didn't really want to rank this shit. Just to be honest.
I think if Baines was not putting up the numbers that he put up last year and this year, okay. But right now, he is doing, it is really Klay Thompson. Like,
he is a role guy, though. I won't dispute that part.
No,
he's starting his role.
But he's great at it.
He's great. So I want to leave Bane and Morant. We might have to come back.
Yeah. Hey, and this is for all you. I was about to curse. This is for all y'all who think we agree on everything. I purposely made my list to make sure that we probably still agree, but I made my list because I'm able to really look at it with fresh eyes right now. I purposely left off the popular people and so we could entertain debate. And also, here's a hint. Make sure y'all check the depth charts when you come for me.
Yeah. Now, here are 3 backcourts I feel like, I want to say grandfathered. I think these are like the obvious ones. Y'all can disagree. Tell me these are not obvious. Despite the early season struggles of the team, I still think Steph and Clay is a top 5 backcourt.
And I throw Poole in there with them too.
With Poole. You add Poole with Steph and Clay, they still top 5. Limited time together, but what I have seen in Cleveland, Mitchell and Garland.
My real number 1.
So, do we agree on those 2? Not maybe the number, but those 2 are in the top 5. Steph and Clay, Mitchell and Garland.
They're my 5.
Yes, they're my 5. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna put the star on them. We're gonna put the star on them. Now, this is gonna be the interesting one. This is another interesting one. Because I know how a couple panel members feel about this.
Yeah, they in there. I got
Paul and Booker.
They ain't in mine.
They in mine.
I got them in mind just for what they're going through, what they've been through as a team, and where they at right now. They still roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
MJ,
Chris ain't there productive wise, but Booker's a fool with it. So.
Paul, why is Paul and Booker not yours? MJ.
Because Paul don't play. He don't play. It's Payne and Booker. And
Really
Payne and
is.
Booker not top 5.
Really
I mean, think about this. If we do a best front court, are we going to include the Clippers? Because Kawhi sure don't play. You get what? How can
I'm looking at the numbers while you're talking. Keep going.
how could I reward somebody and put them over someone who has played all season thus far and has showed consistency in the last couple of seasons of playing as well? How can I reward somebody and grandfather a man? Because if that's the case, Warriors is number 1 on my list, and they're not. Because if we're going to keep it a buck, we're talking about right now with respect to what they did in the past and what they can do in the future, right?
That's part of the criteria.
So if that's the criteria, Paul doesn't play. And when he does play, no knock on him, but he calling the number and throwing it to Aiden.
He is playing this year.
He's like Gary Payton for the Lakers.
He's playing a lot more pure point guard this year than he's played recently. But you know what? We'll keep that. We'll keep Paul and Booker in the combo, but now where they get different. So
yeah, of course.
We got Paul and Booker, Mitchell and Garland, Steph and Clay, Memphis's trio. I'm gonna throw a couple other names out there. DeJounte Murray and Trey.
Yep.
I got them in there.
They were my number 4.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm with Worldwide with that. But you want to know what I did? I had the Cavs back and Atlanta backcourt tied at 4.
Okay.
That's how hard that was, because the reason being is we just seeing Atlanta and we just seeing the Cavaliers. They both made an addition with already the point guard in play. Mm-hmm. And they're both are doing good. DeJounte Murray, I like him at Atlanta. As much as I hate we let him go, I like him at Atlanta right now. He's doing his thing. And of course, Donovan is doing his thing. And Garland was an all-star, correct, last year? All-star last year.
Right.
He fits. Those two pieces fit. That's why I have them both at the 4th spot on my list.
Yeah.
So Booker, Paul, Mitchell Garland, Murray Young, Thompson Curry, the Memphis Three. Here's some other ones. I know MJ liked the young guys, Les like the young guys as well, as far as keeping an eye. Josh Giddey and SGA.
Number 5 for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. My top 4 were established backcourts, like longevity, accolades, all of that good stuff. My 5th one I was saving, and it was tough. I was saving for a backcourt of the future. SGA is 6'6". Giddey is about 6'7", 6'8", I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a new age backcourt. That is 2 big guards coming at you, being able to guard, get to the basket, play make. Like, this is what we're going to see in the NBA from here on out. I put them at 5 because Giddey put up some numbers last year that he was chasing some greatness.
Yeah.
SGA is a bona fide all-star. He may not make the all-star game every year, but he's an all-star caliber player.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's throw another one out there that we ain't
Go ahead.
mentioned yet. White cheese toast, baby, Indiana Pacers.
I had them on my list.
I got them on mine too. And they can come in a trio form as well. The rookie's averaging 19. Then you got Halliburton put up about 18, and Buddy Bucket is a bucket. They playing 500 ball, but they're young and they're gonna be all right.
They are. I think what will be interesting for them is, and I hate it for Buddy Hield because I feel like Buddy Hield is reaching that Eddie Jones territory where you're just good enough to be really good trade bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, as Ham talked about the rookie, Benedict right now is coming off the bench averaging like 20.
Right.
Eventually, his minutes are going to get extended. And when they do, I think you can really get something nice for Buddy. Like, if I'm LA, we don't want to bring the Lakers too much in because they ain't on nobody's list. They not even on the back of the list. None of that.
They ain't got no damn backcourt. Move.
Hield is the guy. If I'm the Lakers, I want.
Your backcourt is 38 years old. Man, go on somewhere.
Lakers, so yeah, I had them too. I give y'all another one. And I know this one I have to put because I hate the way they play. However, Luka and Dinwiddie.
They're in my top 5.
They tied for a spot in mine.
Oh, Luka dribbled the ball 11 times a possession. I get it. But if you look at how Brunson played off of Luka last year, if we did this conversation last year, Luka and Brunson would have been in the top 5.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie, not as pure a pass, not as good a passer as Brunson, but as a complementary player to Luka. We talked about backcourts that mesh. I think Luka and Dinwiddie is at least honorable mention. At least.
And they good for going to get you at least 50 on a nightly, so whew. I can't think of too many more. I mean,
And this is where I come in.
I got one more. Now, we just went through 12 names. I got one more. Van Fleet and Trent.
I can't forget it now.
I like him, but no.
They didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I scratch.
respect them. I respect them. I respect them. But
Formidable. It can get down and rock out with anybody, but probably just not on it. Just not on
Yes.
it.
just
Scratch them. That's cool. I'm with it. No problem. So this is what we got right now. Booker and Paul, Mitchell and Garland, Murray and Young, Clay and Steph, the Memphis Five, and on the outside right now, Giddey and SGA, Luka and Spencer.
What about them Phoenix boys?
They in he's
Phoenix in.
And Paul and Booker. No, we got Paul and Booker as one of the first five. Are y'all getting rid of Paul and Booker?
No.
No, let's just go ahead and put everything out there, and then we'll start doing this thing. Because right now, we can go really to any team on some honorable mention because everybody's good except for that team we won't talk about.
You know who's another good one? They're not gonna make it. You know who's another good one? Conley, Sexton, and Clarkson.
That's why I was just looking up their roster just to verify some stuff.
You want to know who actually makes that?
You can add Taylor Horton Tucker in there too.
No. It's I understand that, but that's Colin Sexton.
Yeah, he come in and he's coming in for.
He is actually producing in Utah.
I mean, he always produced.
He's not better than John Morant. Let's just put that out there.
I don't even know why we even brought that up. No,
I just had to put it out there as a disclaimer, so whoever sees this,
you know what's kind of happening with him. I
know. You know what? Nah, you know what? You know who you are. You know who you are.
We know that.
You know who you are.
But he is producing.
You know who you are.
He's producing.
You know who you are. Said that stuff.
But you know what?
I ain't even gonna say your name to give you fame, but you know who you are.
You know what role he kind of taken on though? He kind of taken on that Jamal Crawford role a little bit.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's Jordan Clarkson to Jordan Clarkson.
He's Jordan Clarkson. He's Jordan Clarkson. That's exactly what he is.
So it looks like the guys who are kind of on the cusp of the top five are Giddey and SG, Doncic and Dinwiddie. Y'all want anybody out there, the first five for one of them?
I don't know.
Where's Minnesota? Where's Minnesota in it?
So we got Golden State, Atlanta, Cleveland, Phoenix.
So right now it's Paul Booker, Mitchell Garland, Murray Young, Steph Clay, the Memphis Three.
Okay.
All
right. We still
ain't what? And this is something that, and this was something that I wanted to put out there. And we know he's not healthy, but the Bulls.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Lonzo
ain't healthy.
Yeah.
Lonzo not being
healthy, because I'm like, if Lonzo's healthy, it's really it is really some.
But they still solid with Zach and DeMar though.
And then they got Ayo.
They still solid either way.
Hey, and yet and still, we still ain't mentioned the Pelicans. Y'all do know Brandon Ingram a shooting guard, right? And CJ is the point, right?
And see, that ain't fair. That ain't fair.
I quit the show, man. I quit the show. I can't take it.
Bro, like
that ain't fair. That ain't fair because
we love him. We love him.
The simple fact that's not fair because if we got to do that, we got to go back. We gotta go back to Boston. And I can't go back to Boston like that.
They got Ingram listed as small forward though.
No, Trav, right.
I'm looking at it. Herbert Jones is a small forward because he can't shoot.
They got him listed as small forward. I'm looking at it.
The Hornets. then we absolutely have to go back to Boston.
We gotta go
Because
back
if
to
that's the
Boston.
case,
Yeah, we would though.
Yeah,
And,
that-
I can't.
I'll leave him out for that reason, but I'm just
It
looking
is
at
what it
Ingram-
is.
Ingram's listed as small forward. He's listed as a
And
small forward.
that's because we specified backcourt and not perimeter. We
yeah.
kept it at guard as opposed, which is really a perimeter oriented deal.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's a lot of Swiss Army knives, so I get it. But
Right.
I'm looking at all of these depth charts, and I'm just like, they got Brandon Ingram as shooting guard. If they're going to have him as shooting guard with
You know
CJ, how am I not going to say it? Like, I got to at least talk about it.
No, I feel you. I totally feel
I'll
you.
obey J. Have leave.
It's just you almost broke you basically try to put a cheat code and it wasn't a cheat code, but it really was a cheat code.
But the middle of the cheat code.
If y'all understand what I'm saying.
Right.
All right. So anybody want to move out the top 5?
I think it's tough.
It's tough, but that's a good list that you got there, Big Shot. Now it's to the point to where they at, where they at. But MJ try to pull a Steph Curry. You try to break the rules, you breaking the rules. But it ain't no breakable rule. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Man. I understand.
So this is who I got. So this is my order. Feel free to disagree and definitely throw you in because we're gonna come up with one list. This is our, we a unit.
Yeah.
I have because they haven't played together a lot. They probably should be number like 2 or 3. But Mitchell and Garland, I got 5.
Understandable.
Keep going.
Myron made the face to say he don't agree with me, which is fine.
No, I'm listening.
He gave me that Alana Vazan. So I got Mitchell and Garland 5. I have Murray and Young 4 because it's early.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody okay so far?
Yeah.
Not okay, say it.
No, my whole thing is, I'm the correct criteria. We're basing it off what we potentially think they're going to be in the future. I think that Cleveland backcourt is sustainable. What you're seeing right now is what you're going to see for the next 3 years. It's just what it is. Donovan Mitchell has shown more than enough with less. Darius Garland is an all-star perennial. This is what you see. What you see is what you get. Like, this ain't no fluke. The only thing that's bad about the backcourt is the fact that Evan Mobley probably will be stunted offensively, but it's probably a blessing in disguise because guys who are tall that has to do everything offensively and defensively, they break it down like flies, like a bad car. So it's probably a blessing in disguise for him. But that's literally the only nitpick I have about that. That backcourt is ready. But
all right.
I'll listen.
I have. Again, we have to separate somehow.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the way last year ended. And now that he's playing more pure point, I think it's a better role for him, but I think it also takes away some of the dynamic part of his game. So Paul and Booker is 3 for me.
Yeah. I can ride with it. I can ride with it.
3, 4 is what I
I can ride with it.
About 3 or 4. That's cool.
Okay. Number 2. I think this is what I love about 2 and 1 is they remind me, even though they're different. Old heads will remember in the 80s, early 90s, when you had true complementary backcourts. One guy was the 2, one guy was 1, and they did 2 different things. Isaiah Dumars, Kevin Johnson, Jeff Hornacek, Porter and Drexler, like the 2 guys were very different, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Bane. I'm gonna go to Memphis 3, number 2. I think they fit together well. Obviously, Ja is the star, but I think what Bane and Tyus Jones do in complimenting him, I think it's 1989, 2022 athleticism and 2022 shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them 2. Yes, rough start out in the Bay, but Curry is so good. He gonna keep them afloat until Clay get his sea legs.
And then Poole.
And then once Clay get his sea leg, Jordan Poole, I think he's sort of pressing because of the money, which happens to, especially with a young guy. You think you got to prove that you earned your money. Give me Light times 3 as number 1.
Light time. I like that. Light time 3. They gonna shoot the rock. They gonna shoot the rock, man. They gonna shoot it. They gonna shoot.
So,
they gonna shoot themselves out of it.
Over to y'all 4. Are y'all okay with that order? And if you're not okay,
You know why I ain't got no problem with it? Because Thursday it could be a totally different order.
right.
It's like I really want to revisit this thing like after the calendar, after the new year. Let's come back and let's do it again. Let's see where we at then. That's it. And it probably won't be much different, but the order may be.
Hey, I tell you what, if Brandon Ingram is a 2 guard, we're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, that might with the
Or
cheat
we might have to change the. We might have to
It might
change the
ready. It
dynamic.
might ready. It might
To be
ready.
like perimeter instead of backcourt.
Hey,
Go ahead, Les.
this is what I would say. As long as that number 1 start with them boys in the Bay, everybody else 2 through 5 is fine.
Yeah.
Because it's for me, it's like y'all know what I value. Y'all know me long enough. I value dubs. I value wins. At the end of the day, that's how it starts, that's how it ends with me. So when we talking about 1, we gotta talk about the ones, the wins. So I think the list is
Yeah.
Trav, good with this list?
I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. Like Jay Ham said, it can change at any moment.
Oh, absolutely.
It can change at any moment. Like MJ said, they got this dude right here. Here's the thing. Like we said, we doing backcourt instead of perimeter. If we're doing perimeter, changes the whole ball.
If we doing perimeter,
Because
we do a perimeter, Boston.
There you go.
Boston.
Boston comes in. Boston breaks top 5.
If we do a perimeter, if we do a perimeter and we going off perimeter production, not just talent, it start and it end with Boston.
And here's another thing. Health. If we go on perimeter and health, you say Boston, I'm gonna say Milwaukee.
That's very fair.
That's mean.
That's
real
very
mean.
fair.
Because
and
1984, all city 1984 get healthy. You got Drew, and I got Giannis.
Hey,
Talk to me.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm going to say this, and it's somebody we left out, and we had good reason to leave them out. We didn't even bring them up.
I think keep going. I know it.
It's a good reason why we didn't bring them up. We should bring them up, and they should be in the conversation all the time.
Talk to me.
All the time.
Talk to me.
They might be.
For whatever reason, they're not, but they should be.
Talk to me.
That's Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Exactly. Because here's the problem. Here's the problem with that.
Easily.
Kyrie Irving and Ben, but if you want to talk perimeter, you got the easy money sniper.
Hey, I'm talking about backcourt.
Backcourt, right?
Just
You're
focus
right
on
about that.
offense.
You're right about that.
If those guys had their stuff together, we wouldn't even it'd be Golden State, Brooklyn, and then filling everybody else.
Exactly.
Easily.
If those guys had their stuff together. But
They
as
don't.
my late uncle
Heads.
would say, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk, nephew.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the reason why
perimeter, and we know who the best perimeter player in the NBA is. We know. Y'all know who he is. He know who he is.
he said it before.
You sure did. You know who I am.
I just want to let y'all know when Victor gets in this league, we're not doing this goddamn this no more.
He'll cold breaker too.
Victor
He'll cold breaker.
Victor broke the game.
Dude,
He already broke
I'm
the game.
actually scared. Here's the thing with Victor, and I'm definitely locked in on what Victor. You know what I'm saying? He's going because they're gonna give him the touches and everything. But for me, I actually seen it before at the high school level with Bobo. I seen it already. I seen the 7'2" dude hitting one leg threes and dunking on everybody and handling the ball. I saw it already. So the only question I have for Victor, can he stay healthy? That's the only question I got. I know he could hoop. Can he stay healthy?
Victor's team around him, the people that's around him, that's like hand managing his situation, agent, whoever it is, they making sure that
Good.
he has a pre-game and post-game routine.
So we seen the foot injuries plague so many great bigs. And the one that Victor reminds us all the most, it got him. It got Ralph Sampson like that in the league. You know, so
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what Chet would have ended up being, but I would have loved to see him this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
this is what I think about Victor. This is what I think about because we bring up the names like Ralph Sampson, we bring up KD, and it's like, yeah, we seen this movie before,
Mm-hmm.
but we ain't never seen a series like this.
Oh.
Let's do like this ain't multiplex, it's Netflix. We good.
We seen it. Like we seen the movie before, but we ain't never had a series like that.
Let me ask you.
We appreciate the Karate Kid franchise much more with the Cobra Kai series.
Let me ask you all this, going back to our backcourt list. We had this conversation in 6 months. Or the season's over. Who got the best chance of breaking this top 5?
I got you.
Okay,
if they start John Wall and Paul George in that backcourt.
Problem.
Hey, just forget about it. Sorry, you got to put him there. Because John Wall is healthy now. He's healthy.
Trash. Who got
a chance to break in? But yeah,
chance to break.
I like that Clippers pick, and I believe in Minnesota. I believe in Minnesota. These folks playing a boxing one on a dude, man. These folks playing a boxing one on him. I'm gonna say this one more time. They're playing a boxing one.
And that motherfucker he didn't even move, and they still got a good shot off the action.
He had his hand on his hip and let his backbone slip.
He didn't even move.
Ham, who got the best chance to make the top 5? To break through?
Oklahoma City, man.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City, man, because they keep growing. They keep growing. They keep winning, playing well. They playing with house money. And what All-Star game at this year?
Utah.
Shea will be there.
Yeah, I think Shea gonna make it.
I think Shea will be there.
I think Shea gonna make it. Les, who got the best chance to break the top 5?
I'm going OKC was my pick. OKC was my pick. But I'm gonna go with them boys. Detroit basketball.
Yeah, I like
I'm
Kinda
just
have to do that.
Cade
that.
and Jaden Ivey. Hey, and I'm not,
Hey.
and I have to stick with him because I've been rocking with him since draft.
Killing.
I think you got 6'8", 6'6", 6'5". All can pass, shoot, dribble, play make, defend. Detroit, we're gonna look up. We're gonna look up in 2-3 years from now, and Detroit is gonna have a jump. They're gonna have a jump like them guys down there in Memphis.
Yep.
I see Detroit. I see Detroit becoming Memphis in the next 3 to 4 years. I see it happening. I see it developing. They have a Cade Cunningham is a superstar in the making. Jaden Ivey is electric. The stuff they've done with the front court with Jalen Duren is still 18 years old.
Yeah,
He's still 18.
he grown as hell too.
Detroit, Cade, but they built it the right way though. They shored up that backcourt these last 2 drafts.
Mhm.
Last 3 drafts, I should say.
Yep. The backcourt, I think, who could break the top 5, and I think you don't want to put everything on, because I'm not a guy like, if the playoffs become the barometer,
Right.
but the progress that Tyrese Maxey has made since the halfway point of last year to now means Harden can go into that playmaker's role a little easier. And if Maxey's going to continue to score like this, and Harden, we know Harden's playoff history is what it is. I think they get there. And I think in a first round series, especially if you're in a short, and not a short series, but in that 2-7, 3-6, Lillard and Anthony Simons in a playoff series is a really tough out.
Yeah.
Because both of them can go off at the drop of a dime.
And they got some athletes with them too.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp.
Shane
Man.
Little.
They even got my guy. Got my guy.
How about
Jeremy
new?
Grant. How about new?
How about no?
Still can't believe you pushed that button when I said his name. That
We got about 10 minutes left, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. So other happenings around the league that y'all want to discuss. I'll tell you one thing that I told people this. Toronto gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Because, and MJ and Les can speak to this, they play such an odd way. They play these really odd lineup combinations. It's like, y'all talk about Boston don't really have like another guard, so to speak. Who's the guard in their lineup? Toronto got that with Scotty Barnes, OG, Siakam.
He did. Who was that he poked? Was that
Alex
Tyler Hero?
Alex Caruso.
He abused. That
It was
was
very-
like 1977.
Still won the game. That's what matters. The Bulls
it's just 2 points, right?
No, that wasn't Tyler. That was
lost by 20.
yeah, he won it, but man, it's like he got so like when that happened.
I'm saying this now. I said this to y'all but I'm putting it on wax. Scotty Barnes, by 2025, we are going to be talking about him like we talk about Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
He'll
Scotty.
grown man. He's a
Got
grown.
I don't know I rock with dude, man.
Other
And,
thing,
and Toronto got, and I didn't know why he said that because Toronto development staff, like Earl Watson over there, Earl Watson is going to have that man right.
They
Like,
got Earl.
y'all gotta start paying attention to who all these
Yeah,
assistants.
Rico.
Listen,
glossy.
hey,
Got Rico. And he got Rico.
yeah. Look how, hey, shouts out to him. You see how they got Pascal?
And he
Now,
got Rico.
Other
And
things.
then they
Go ahead.
playing for Dexter's Laboratory over there, so you know they gonna always have some cooking.
I got something, Ronnie.
Go ahead.
A few days ago, this past Saturday, I had the pleasure of going to watch the Orlando Magic and Sacramento Kings play. And it was a few takes from that game. The obvious take is Paulo.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this right now. Watching him, he was the best player playing in that game. At 19, he's still 19. So he won't be 20 for like a week or so or whenever. So he's still 19 years old. He was the best player on the floor. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put this on wax. There are only 3 other players that in the NBA right now that I would take long term over Paulo. Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Luka.
Yeah.
Paulo Caro, I may not be saying his last
Caro.
name.
You got it right.
When he establishes a consistent 3-point shot, it is over for the league.
Yeah.
And I do not want Orlando to be good at basketball this year. I want them to have the maximum amount of opportunity to draft Victor.
Ugh.
No victories.
No victory.
No victories for Victor. I am heading the Orlando Magic campaign right now on election day.
No,
Y'all are
Do not win enough basketball games. Be competitive like you were on Saturday in that great game against the Kings, that's my second.
Contracted king.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't, because we know the Orlando Magic has a good history of getting the number 1 pick.
They
Oh
do
yeah.
get
They have,
Hell yeah.
and I don't want them. If Victor and Paulo become teammates somehow,
Jack and Penny, but on steroids.
over for the league. It is over.
is speaking of
And the second thing I took,
okay.
Mike Brown. People say he didn't get it done in Cleveland and all this. And I'm going to tell you something. Mike Brown is a cultivator of culture. That's why he ain't do this. That is why he will continue to be a head coach. He is a cultivator of culture. He's energetic. Mike Brown is a leader of men, and he deserves more respect because those guys were down 20. They were down 20 during that game. I seen every single minute of that game, and they were down 20. He didn't get flustered. He kept them going. He didn't like De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox went crazy. He had a smooth 22, and then somehow by the end of the game, he ended up with 37. Like he had 22 in the fourth quarter, and ended up with 37 between the fourth quarter and overtime. Literally took over. But Mike Brown, if you see this, I don't know if you will. I'm giving you your flowers. Any disrespect that the people that have given you, you don't deserve it, because he is truly He truly cultivates culture. He truly builds. His energy is amazing, and he's doing this with the Sacramento Kings. Don't be surprised if the Sacramento Kings make the playoffs this year.
And if you're gonna play for home, you got to play some defense.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all see that clip of Buddy sprinting down on the break top? Man, my hamstrings was hurting for him. I'm like, oh, he gonna need some ice. He proved his point.
If Sacramento make the playoffs, I hope that will break the whole jinx of our group 94 feet of life, because they are the only team. Again, this is
never make the playoffs.
Never made the playoffs since we have been in existence of 94 feet.
And you know what I thought about with that division, the Pacific Division? The only white coach in that division is Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna say that.
One more thing that I really like. Then Trav and Ham want y'all to get in if we're gonna get up out of here. You talked about backcourts tonight. I'm gonna just give this could be another show. Front court. My favorite front court in the whole league is down in the 504. I got ABA Fro, Dr. J, Brandon Ingram.
Hey.
The wrecking ball, that is Zion Williamson. And then the guy, to me, underrated, gets thrown around a lot. Jonas Valanciunas is
Yes.
Like, them three guys remind me of, like, that's like X-Man Chambers and them in the 80s. They are old school front court. They don't shoot a lot of jumpers. Ingram got a nice shot, but they ain't shooting a lot of jumpers. But them three together,
they good.
In, boy, if New Orleans has a healthy year,
I'm on record. Oh, here at 94 Feet of Life on Twitter, and my Twitter handle at 94 Feet Historian on Twitter, and when on my Friday weekly appearances on 98.5 FM with my man Johnny Radio. I'm scared of the Pelicans, man. I straight up told them just like that on the air. I'm scared of them people, man.
Zion,
they got smoke. We say we don't duck smoke here in the bluff, but they got plenty of it down there in the NO. That's for sure.
Ham, Trav, rapid fire, things that you like early in the season.
The competitiveness of the East compared to the West. The East, if you look at it record-wise, the East got what, 9-1, 8-2s, and 7-3s, while the West are like 4-7 and stuff like that. That can change in about 5 or 6 games. But as far as the East is going as planned with their additions of their free agents and stuff, these teams are really good. So the competitive nature of the West and the East is showing its dominance right now. So kind of amazed at that right now. So we'll see.
Well, Ham and then MJ.
I like that these young teams, they ain't got no respect, man. They got no fear.
None.
They not buying this shit, man. It ain't no bowing down. They might catch your kicks or get your jersey or something after they whoop your ass by 20. You know, after one of them put up 35 and 10 or whatever, something like that. But the changing of the guard is what I think we're getting. You know what I'm saying? And just in terms, like, I think we at a point where Giannis is pretty much going to be the gatekeeper going forward. For however long he going to be there, whatever. But it's his league now, and he got a bunch of young heaps that's coming behind him, dipping at his heels and whatnot. But I like where we at. We go. The old guard is passing the torch to the young guard.
Shout out. I'm gonna go to MJ. Shout out to Utah and shout out to San Antonio.
Yeah.
2 teams I thought were going to be terrible when the season started. Now we could be sitting here in 6 weeks and they're bad, but as of this moment,
not right now.
Credit to them. Absolutely. Credit to Utah and San Antonio. MJ.
Shouts out to my good friend Greg Popovich. So with that, shocker, not shocker, but I would like to see more of, and I'm praying for the best so that I can be able to just see if they can get over the hump. Denver Nuggets backcourt hasn't been mentioned, but it is a backcourt that is complementing Jokic perfectly.
Yes.
We already knew Jamal Murray was like that. He gave us a taste of what he was when they played in the bubble. It's just, he tried to come back too early, got injured again, had to wait his turn. A lot of frustration. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's came ready to play basketball. And Caldwell Pope, he has that winning energy. When you win a title and you start to get the blueprint, you get a different swagger about yourself. You get a different feel for the game, a different view of the game. All of those things are just different after you win a title, especially when you win it and you were a contributing factor.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to make every shot. He's going to guard your best man. He's about his business. He's not going to be on no BS. You ain't going to get a 4 a.m. call with him. Just grown man hooper. Be a grown man hooper. And then you got Bones Highland coming off the bench, who, while everybody's talking about Jordan Clarkson, I think Bones Highland should be getting some love too. Bones Highland been balling. So we all know what Jokic is. We know that. But we always said if he doesn't get the backcourt that he needs, it's not going to lead to anything as far as winning championship rings. I don't know if they have it or not, but they 7-3 right now and they got good health. So, they were one of those teams that were just like, we just need to get healthy. They're healthy now and they look scary. We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna sign off for the night. Best backcourt. It was a fun show. Shout out to Ham. I know Ham. I've known Ham like 10 years in this basketball talk thing. And I know he hate lists. So I appreciate him being a good sport.
This one I knew was gonna be fun though, because it's like ain't no correct answer to this shit.
Hell no.
And I think
I took it like the same way. MJ, remember when we did the top offensive players?
Oh yeah.
We got to about 15 and we were like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
Top 50 Tuesdays.
Listen, I think it also shows, Phil, just how many good players. I know that's kind of the dumb thing. It's the NBA, right? But the amount of good young talent is, some of y'all, some of these people that y'all been having in this All-Star game every year gonna have to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, for selfish reasons, that's why I don't want to see expansion either, because I'm afraid that it's going to dilute the product. Because right now, you got to come to play every game.
Because you got the SGAs of the world, the Halliburtons of the world, the Desmond Bains, the Ja Morants, the Murrays, the Youngs.
It's time for a certain 4 guys that get elected every year to get up out of there.
Yeah.
I ain't about to say no names, because I could have name dropped some other stuff today too, but I didn't. Just so y'all know, it's a few of y'all that need to get up out of there.
Why not go ahead and do it? Be a heel.
A few of y'all that need to get up out of there. I'm just putting it like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, coach the celebrity game.
Especially some of you old guards.
Coach the celebrity game.
You know what I'm saying? Old guards, right here looking like Larry Holmes.
And there you have it. 94 Feet of Life, basketball for the people, by the people. Trav, MJ, Ham, Coach Les, signing out.